What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the 5 Minutes or So Daily Marketing Podcast. My name is Casey Bonebreak, social media specialist, and I'm here interviewing Jacob Smith, our digital marketing specialist here at Fresh Fuel. How's it going, Jacob?
It's going fantastic, Casey.
That's awesome. All right. So today we're starting a new segment that I am super excited about. I think it's going to be amazing. So I'm going to let you kind of explain what that is.
Absolutely. So what we want to do is be more topical and talk to you guys about things that are mattering in the world of marketing today. Each week, we're going to be bringing you the state of marketing, where we talk about the latest developments from this past week.
Yep. So just kind of current events and all that. So Jacob, I only have one question for you. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So question number one. What are big brands doing right now in general?
Right now, the big challenge for big brands is that marketing budgets have been slashed across the board. That means especially giant brands like Coca-Cola are slashing some of their product lines that are lower performing and mostly just like paring down marketing efforts in general. This past week, Coca-Cola announced that they're cutting down their portfolio from 400 brands and getting rid of what they call zombie brands. In addition, some brands are decreasing their spend on Facebook advertising specifically in order to show their support for Black Lives Matter and other social movements. And brands have been increasingly taking a stand on social issues recently. The one thing to point out is when it makes sense for your brand to take a social issue and you can show, actually be contributing to the social change, that's when that's going to be beneficial.
Absolutely. I've definitely been seeing a ton of brands coming out and just giving perspective on it, which is really good for their brands to basically just show that they care about what's going on in the world.
Definitely.
All right. So question number two then, what are the current trends in e-commerce?
So like we talked about a little before, there's decreased Facebook spend for big brands as a result of participating in some of these movements. But in addition, brands are focusing more on e-commerce because of the pandemic. So that kind of leads to an interesting scenario for small businesses trying to adapt to these new e-commerce trends. Google ad costs and display network costs have been increased as a result. But there might be more opportunity for small brands to find customers by advertising on Facebook and Instagram. In addition, as a whole, e-commerce sales are still increasing. They've been increasing since the pandemic started in March, and consumers are just adapting to buying online, which means that it's a pretty good time to be starting out as an e-commerce business since the size of the market is growing in general.
Yep, and I assume that's something that's not really going to slow down anytime soon. I've definitely been seeing a ton more of that.
I think it's mostly just cultural trends that are changing. Even as far as last year, some people still struggled with the idea of buying everything online, but I think because of necessity, people are adapting.
Absolutely. All right. So question number three. So I'm sure you've seen that a new study came out. It reported that marketers are predicting there's going to be no live in-person events until at least the second part of 2021. So my question for you is, how can experiential businesses adapt to the no live in-person events?
Specifically, we deal with food businesses, and for a lot of these small food businesses, live events are the easiest grassroots way to grow, whether it's sampling, whether it's owning and operating a food truck, whether it's tasting products at local grocery store. So some of our clients have been struggling thinking about how to promote themselves since they are more experiential. And what I would say is it's time to adapt to online. That could either be trying Facebook's new advertising platform, which is like an online store. Right now, they're giving eligible businesses a $250 Facebook ad credit to try out the platform, which is nice. We've taken advantage of that. Other ways would be trying to get as much PR as possible and getting your community to engage and spread the word. So that could be user-generated content, sending out press releases, contacting people you know in your community, Or if you're open and willing to do this, you can also try discounts and promotions. Really, right now is the time to be scrappy and creative with your marketing efforts, especially if you're an experiential business that would normally rely on doing things in person.
Yep, adapting is definitely something you need as a business, and that's what you need to do in marketing as well. So right now it's more important than ever, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that was the last question. So I think we're done here, right, Jacob?
I think so, but
all right, you passed. So that's a wrap, you guys. Thank you so much for sticking with us and tuning in. Real quick, if you liked today's episode, we'd love if you'd sub to the podcast wherever you're listening to it or watching it. You can also leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. To get in touch with us and find more content, go ahead and visit our website in the show notes. Have a great day. And Jacob, I'll let you say your line.
As always, good luck and good marketing.
See you later, guys.